Hello, in this video I will show new functions which will be applied in the upcoming INS-only grass 1.2 update. Here we have one of the 20 particles in its default shape state, and on the left side we can see how it looks in the render. This type of grass is quite uniformly straightened up. Let's get to the new settings. The first of them will be shape wind effect. It basically bends the grass particles. So let's see how it will look at the value of 3. Let's hit the play button. The picture shows that the effect here is more messy and less uniform, more default. If you manipulate the sliders, you can see the effect here. The next option is shape wind damp. What it does, it thresholds the bending behavior from the tip to the bottom of the particle. Let's make the wind effect, let's say 1.6. You can see that the particles are a bit dancing. Maybe let's make it a bit more bended. Oh, so you can see it's a bit more late grass. The shapes start to come up. In contradiction to the previous effect, which gave that arc bended particles, this one gives more this U shape. As you can see, if you have wind effect close to 0, the shape wind damp will not affect it quite much. Another setting is shape slenderness. It gives you the ability to make the grass taller. Because if you try to scale it up to make it, let's say, bigger, then you can notice that the leaves are a bit too wide. So shape slenderness gives you the ability to make a tall grass, or you can make it more flat, like this. Make it 0.3. That wouldn't be so tall. Let's see how it will look like. It gives the effect of tall grass. It will be better seen on the bigger picture. Let's bend it a bit more. In this way we achieved tall grass effect. Let's close it a bit. So if we make it more flat, not as much. So okay, let's make it like that. And let's see how it will look on render preview. What can I say? It is a flat grass. Let's make it a bit more flat and see how it looks right now. So it's even more flat grass. It can be useful in some cases. Another option is shape uniformization. If we make it more slender, we have this outstanding leaves. If you would like to have this shape to be more uniform, with this slider you can affect this outstanding bended leaves to get the shape more accordingly to the overall shape of the particle. It is even more noticeable when you bend the particle much more. Let's see. So it is 0. It can look a bit strange, so you can make it look more uniform. So we can also use this slider to bend this outstanding leaves even more. Okay, after shape uniformization, we've got these 3 sliders. There is a problem with them because they do not update in a real time. It seems that it is a Blender glitch. Some say that it is intended behavior which prevents you from breaking the Blender, but as you can see, it works after pressing the particle settings button. Here it works in this strange way, but it works like a charm in the mown grass type. So I will have to investigate it a bit more. I found a script layout which should solve this. Okay, let's get straight to the point. With this slider, wind direction randomization, you can randomize the direction of the particles. So if it's on low value, so let's make it more visible. So we can see that the particles are more directed in one way. Wind direction manipulates the direction of that bending behavior. So if it is on 2, so it's directed left side. Okay, to show how it looks if it's fully random, here you have a preview. Vertical randomization randomize the rotation of the particles along z-axis. If you make it at 0, let's make this value smaller. So you can see you get quite uniform effect. If you make it a bit bigger, so they will be more random. At the value of 1, it becomes a bit crazy. That's all. If it came to the new particle settings, at the end I will show you a nice, interesting setup that I came up with. Wind effect 2, wind damp 0.3, slenderness, shape uniformization. Oh, it is another thing. Shape uniformization and shape slenderness and wind damp and wind effect have this border. We can see it's a maximum value of 4. It is 0.5, but if you type in 0.65, it will get this value. You can make it even bigger. I made this minimum and maximum value during the test to not make it look too crazy. And wind direction, how it was, 0.265, randomization 0.2, and vertical randomization 0.206. Okay, and let's click this to make settings to work, and let's hit render. This setup gives the effect of early spring or late winter grass when it's suffocated, much bended, quite long. I came with this idea after watching the images I've made on the beginning of March, so we can see this late winter grass looks a bit similar. Okay, I think it will be the end of the presentation. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Bye bye.